Before we start our next episode, just wanted to say thank you so much for all the love and support we've gotten through season 1. Now we're on to season 2, and we're going to try to make 2 better than 1. So thanks for your support. We appreciate it. Follow us on Instagram at Skeen, YouTube at Skeen, and our podcast is available on major platforms like Spotify, Odyssey, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. Give us a follow, leave a review, get in contact with us. Let us know what's going on out there, and we would love to talk about it. So thank you so much. And now, on to the show. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Talking at Skeen podcast. I'm here in my safe space I call Treetop Studios. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another show. Let's get right into it, right? Why waste time? Before we break it down and stuff like that, I'm feeling good, feeling great, feeling inspired. It's been a good week last week. Shout out to Panama. That was the country that jumped on. So we appreciate whoever was listening out in Panama. So we crossed the canal, you know what I mean? So shout out to them. But no, back to good week, good conversation, good catching up with an old friend and her family. It was just absolutely great. But this episode is inspired by a conversation that obviously I told the person that I would not say the name or anything like that. I just wanted to use the story and I guess the emotional roller coaster that they are going through. And out of respect, they said, yeah, cool. And they is just one person. But yeah, so not only that, but it kind of played into last week. I believe it was last week. It was World Mental Health Day. And it's something that I guess we all struggle with. Some worse than others. But we all struggle with it, right? Because we got insecurities. We have things that we want to accomplish, things that we put on our checklist that we want to achieve, so on and so forth and stuff like that. But this individual reached out to me and we spoke, and they are going through their trials and tribulations right now, and they're in a dark place. And the fact that reached out to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for that. This platform has allowed me to reach people. And because of this platform, that person reached out to me. That person is known to me. Respectfully, it's not like a close friend, it's more of an acquaintance. But that being said, not to diminish the relationship that we have, but I think the connection that we made was at another level. So I appreciate that they would see me and say, hey, I'm reaching out to you because of XYZ, and to put myself in that, to give that person comfort. They're going through it, and to be transparent, I'm going through it. So it's like, okay, cool. We both going through it. Let's see where we can find that sort of touching of two paths, right? Where we can lean on each other and trust each other and be able to help each other, right? Because a lot of the times too is like, in the facade world that we live in, everybody wants to throw up this front of, yeah, everything's good. I mean, we've seen it in life, right? Sometimes, you kind of look at your life and be like, damn, if I had this type of money, everything would be solved. Might. But then we look at the stories of people that had the money, but spiritually, emotionally, they weren't there. They were struggling with that. And some of them decided to take their own lives. And then we sit back, or the person sits back and says, man, but they had it all. Financially, they did, right? They had it all. They had no financial worries, but emotionally, spiritually, and every other factor, was just a complete mess, something that they were lacking. So he or she decides to take their own life, and it's sad because it shows you both, right? It shows you that yeah, you can have it financially, but be broken. You can be so solid and strong, but financially you're not there, but you're so spiritual, you're everything. You have everything except that financial resource. You know what I'm saying? So, and sometimes we look at it and be like, damn, if I only had that, then, whatever the case is. So this person is going through it. I'm going through it right now. And you try to find those wins, right? You try to find those wins in everyday life. You try to find what moves you. You try to feel inspired, right? That's I'm using myself, right? Because obviously, like I said, I wasn't going to use their story and what they're going through, but to make a connection, somebody asked me, all right, so what's next for you, Skeen? Like, what's up? Like, what you going to do next? What is it? And that was one of those questions that I was like, damn, I really don't know. I really don't know, right? Where's my clarity, right? So I'm trying to find my road, right? I'm trying to find what's my next exit. What am I going to try to conquer now? What do I want to do? And I've been in those moments where I felt like I'm accomplished. I did all this. And then there's times in my life when I'm like, oh, what the fuck have I done? And we try to put validation into that. We try to put perspective into that. And sometimes it's just, you sit back and you be like, damn, am I doing enough? Have I accomplished this, that, or the other? And like I said in my other episode, as you get older, you get wiser, things start to change. So good questions. Yeah, I'm still giving it some thought, right? Because that is my struggle right now. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I have to stop and pause and be like, all right, I'm not where I'm supposed to be for me, right? I'm not comparing myself to anybody else, just for me. But have I been there before? Whatever that is, yes. Have I checked out this, that, and the other? Have I accomplished this? Yes. All right, so then I can do it again. So that was, I guess, my message to this acquaintance of mine, where they're not feeling valuable, where they're not feeling, they feel down, they feel in the dumps, they feel like they're failing. And it's tough. It's tough because remember, I'm not a professional. I'm not here. I'm not a therapist. I'm just a human being trying to make it through life. That's what I am. So if you're listening to this episode, I am not a therapist or anything like that. So if you feel you're living more in that gray life, that down and out life, where you feel like, oh my God, I might have to do, extremes, God forbid, man, seek help, right? That's number one. Seek help. Please seek help. Reach out to me. I'll let you know what I've used in the past, so on and so forth. And please reach out. There's people that want to listen. There's people that just want to sit there and listen to you vent. So try not to take it upon yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, man, we're our own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? So remember, I'm not a professional. If you feel like the hope is dwindling, please reach out for help. Please. You know what I'm saying? That being said, back to this individual and stuff. So putting myself in, sort of sharing those shoes with them. I think, we had a long conversation, and hopefully I did more good, brought perspective to their life and stuff like that. I guess the main thing was just letting them know, hey, listen, man, there's a lot of people on that boat, on that ride, trying to figure it out. Life is about figuring stuff out. Life is about finding those little moments. That's life. It's funny because I've always used this example that you're going to hear more no's than yeses. That's why we celebrate the yeses. That's why we celebrate, if you're like, I'm wearing this hat right now, I got the Yankees on my thing. Shout out to the Yankees. But you're going to have those moments where you fail. You're going to fail a lot. You're going to fail more than you succeed. You're going to hear more no's than yeses. That's why when everything happens and it falls into place and we win and you hear a yes, you celebrate it. You celebrate the yeses. Yes, I got this job. Yes, I won this championship. Yes, he or she said, yes, we'll go on a date together. Yes, to my proposal. Yes, to this. Yeah, we celebrate those, right? There's what's that one thing? Um, there was a saying, or somebody was saying it. I don't know if it was a TED talk or it was like a viral thing. But when somebody sees a woman pregnant, they'd be like, "Oh my God, congratulations!" Right? Because they're having a baby, so on and so. But they never say, "Oh man," you know, or it was just like how many times that person got fucked. Excuse the language, but we all grown. How many times that person got fucked before they before you know what I'm saying? They became pregnant. So it was just that, right? You celebrate the yeses, but there's a lot of struggle before you get to that yes, right? Um, so I guess that's why I always butcher stuff up, but you get the concept, right? But yeah, man, we hear a lot of no's. That's why we celebrate the yeses, right? I came across another interview where let me make sure I get this one right. Where Shia LaBeouf um, said his life changed when he stopped trying to be happy and started to be useful. And I guess that's the moment that I'm in right now. Because that really hit home to me. I was just like, we always seeking to be happy, or I'm seeking to be happy, right? You want to be happy at whatever you're doing. But I'm at to the point where I want to be useful with the experience that I have being a professional, uh, being a coach. I'm at the moment in my life right now where I just want to be useful. I want to serve. I want to be able to open minds up, be it on a professional level, right? Or being a coach and driving a young athlete to succeed in whatever they want to succeed in. And that's where I'm at right now in my life. I just want to be to the point where I'm useful. I want to be able to give this knowledge out. I want to be able to reach out to as many people, and this is one of those platforms that that we decided to do, and I continue to do it, is to reach out to as many people as I possibly can. If you would have told me when we started, like, yo, Skeen, you and Ish, y'all gonna open, yeah, y'all gonna be heard in different countries, and what? I remember when it started trickling, me and Aisha used to be like, yo, what? That's what, Germany, like, what? You know what I'm saying? And all this and that, and all the different countries. And like I said, when I started this podcast, Panama now, that's crazy. But this is one of those avenues where I get to share a little bit of me, a little bit of wisdom, I hope, a little bit of what we call tomfoolery, jokes and stuff like that. But this is me leaving my footprint behind. So when becoming useful, that's another part of it, leaving footprints behind. I want to leave as many footprints as I possibly can through the interactions that I make with people. Now it's more of good. I mean, there's going to be bad interactions that you have with somebody, but you don't know what struggles they're going through that makes that interaction not good. You know what I'm saying? So trying to make as many positive interactions as I possibly can, being useful, leaving footprints. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like this weekend past, I went to Marie's house and we were just chilling, kicking it. I was chilling, hanging out with her and her family and stuff like that, and seeing her growth and her development. Not only her and her family, but as well as her man and stuff like that. Seeing his growth, right, and development as well. But primarily with her, just remembering her as a young lady, and now she's a mom and the whole 9 yards. That's a proud moment. You know what I'm saying? When she was talking to the other lady, they were like, yeah, we known each other for gazillion years and stuff like that. And here we are still in a friendship and stuff like that. That's an awesome feeling, right? That you can sit down and share moments and laugh and bug out and just have a good time, leaving footprints behind, footprints of friendship, just plain friendship. You know, she puts her dad on FaceTime. He's in DR. Like, what's up? How you doing? Blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So that's good moments. Those are charitable, cheerful, shareable moments, right? What's up, guys? It's your boy Skeen here, back to let you know and remind you that my co-host Aisha has an amazing poetry book called Treetop Echoes. It is available now on Amazon as well as Barnes and Nobles. So if you're in the market for a new book, please pick it up. You will not be disappointed in this amazing poetry book. So the name of the book, once again, Treetop Echoes, available on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles. Get your copy today. So that's where I'm at right now. Hopefully, my conversation with the person that reached out to me, hopefully, there was tears shed in the whole 9 yards. Because when you're going through it, man, you're going through the moment, right? You're going through the heartache right at that moment. That's what you're feeling. And it's all right to feel. It's all right to cry. Shit, how many times have I teared up on this platform? Because your emotions are so raw. That is crazy. And for you to hold that in, it's just like a bomb waiting to go off. Now it can go off, and then you have one of those moments where you just feel, I let it out, and then you go about business. It can be one of those moments where you implode, and it's just not good. You know what I'm saying? So mental health is it's always an issue because it leads to something else. Mental health issues is there's a lot of ego behind it. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I'm a warrior. It's cool. Warriors cry. You know what I'm saying? Big tough dudes cry too. You know what I mean? It's emotion, right? Mental health stuff is something that we deal with on a regular basis, right? Another question I was asked was, Skeen, one question that was posed to me was like, Skeen, what makes you happy? What do you think is happiness, right? And to me, it's just happiness is just little moments of life. To me, everybody else could have a different opinion, right? But to me, it's these little micro moments where you're just lost in laughter, you're lost in bliss, you're lost in just having a good time, you're lost in these little moments that make you supremely, for lack of a better word, happy, right? It's just like when you're laughing and your belly hurts and you're tearing because it hurts. When you reminisce on somebody that you used to snap on or something like that. And it's just those little moments where you wish you can bottle them up and keep in your pocket. So when you're feeling sad, but sometimes it's just like I could be in my darkest moment, and sometimes I just take a deep breath and I think of something that made me laugh, something that I just felt total bliss in. And it's just those moments. To me, happiness is little moments that we capture like a picture. A lot of people go to their phones real quick to take a magnificent picture, right? And it's cool. It's cool. I take more visual pictures, right? I want to be surrounded in the beauty of something. If I'm watching, like sometimes when I go for a walk and I see the different colors in the leaves and I see a little path and it looks orangey and red and stuff like that. A lot of people will take out their phone and take a picture of it. I want to walk through it and kind of look at it with my eyes and just enjoy the nature of it. Enjoy the sounds of it, the birds and the wind and all this and that. And I just want to walk through it and kind of in my head use that, I don't know, that 5, 6, 7-year-old where When I was a little kid, I always used to think if I'm walking through something magical or something kind of cool, I'm gonna disappear into another dimension or something like that. And I still, until this day, when I walk through something that I'd be like, man, that looks so beautiful. Let me walk through it and use it as a spiritual awakening. That's the way I feel. Just walk right through it and I kind of close my eyes and then open them and then take a deep breath and just go right through it. And that's the little boy in me still thinking, hey, I'm going to go to another dimension, right? One thing, and I know I do it, cheese. I think I've said it before too. Is just like I have this habit of every time I start a new venture, I look at my first steps going to that. Could it be a new job? Could it be a new this? Could it be a date? Could it be this? And I always look at those footsteps, and the first thing that comes into my mind is like, I wonder when my last steps would be. So I just go from day one to day last. Right. So I think about, all right, these are my first steps coming to this, let's just say, new job. I wonder when is going to be my last day when I leave. When is my last steps? And I always do that. And hopefully, like whatever venture I get into, like for example, this one with the podcast. Oh, I remember the first podcast, how nervous me and Aisha was. I wonder when is going to be my last one. And I did that because I think I've said it on the podcast and I told Aisha, and I remember Aisha going, no, no, no. She left me. But that being said, it's just like, I wonder when is going to be my last one. But I have to stop sometimes and say, stop doing that and enjoy the journey in between. And I think that's what I want to do now. I'm still going to do it because it's a force of habit, right? It's beginning, end. What's the habit? That's my habit. But now it's like dealing in that, like I've called it in the past, that dash. That's that moment. I want to live those moments. I want to be able to, turn on this mic and ramble for 30 to an hour, depending if I have guests or not. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, mental health, man, we all go through it. We have challenges. We have heartaches. We all go through it, man, because we're fucking human. We're fucking human. And sometimes we poison ourselves with social media, and everybody posts their best pictures. Everybody posts their best pictures and they put the filters up and stuff like that. And then when you see them in real life, you'd be like, filters sold separately? But everybody puts their best moments, and that's cool. Everybody. Graduation, cool. Whatever moment you want to put. Wedding, cool. There are some people that do, shout out to them, when they post, oh, I just signed my divorce. I don't know, they might be their freedom. Who knows? But that being said, a lot of people post the good stuff. They don't post the hard time. Why would they? Right? Because that's a fantasy world. But some people in their minds, they can't. Oh, here's another issue. Here's another one, right? Just to give you an example. Like sometimes too, we take an artist, like a music artist or whatever the case is, and he or she has problems. They go to jail, whatever the case is. The stuff comes out about them. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But their music was their talent. But people can't separate that. You're talented. God gave you a gift to play the piano, to do whatever. But at the same time, you mentally, that artist, couldn't separate that. And they do this other stuff that gets them in trouble. But the art was still the art. The art is still good. The art can be great. Right? Like I look at the paintings behind me. They're real nice. I kind of look at them every day when I'm eating dinner, in the whole 9 yards. And the big one here, it's inspiring to me, real inspiring to me when I look at it. And I'll probably talk about that painting in the future because it really hit, like to me, it really inspires the crap out of me. This one here, the big one behind me. But let's say this artist here inspired the crap out of me. But let's say he or she was a psycho. Who knows? Killed like 100 people. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, right? But it's the art. It's the art that inspires me. So I have to separate that. But some people they just put it together, and then all of a sudden they can't make that break, and oh, I don't listen to that person anymore. Why? Their art was the one that attracted you, not the human being. The human being is just part of that art. So I don't know. That's just my thought when it comes to that. That's Skeen going on another route there. But I don't even know why I made that up. What was the point in that? I know I had a point. I just can't remember how to tie it back. Sometimes I forget. Old age, mental health. I will go see a physician. Or what's that? What's the pill for memory? How am I going to buy the pill if I can't even remember what the pill name is? Whatever. So leave it in the comments or whatever. But yeah, man. Like I said, I hope I'm using this channel or this podcast in a good way. I think I am. In my heart, I am. The fact that a person would reach out to me and we would have a deep conversation about what they're going through, and me being an open book and helping them realize that, yeah, you can be going through it right now, man. You could be going through it. I've been going through it for 3 years, and I'm still going, and I'm still moving forward. Still moving forward. Still going through it. It's been 3 years. Yeah, it's been 3 years. Going on 4. And there's been times where I felt like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck can go wrong? Like, what the fuck? Sometimes you got to look in the mirror as that person in the mirror. All right, what did you learn from this? Right? And hold yourself accountable. Accountability to yourself, to oneself, right? And so, like I said, man, I'm using this podcast. Hopefully, I'm helping people. I know it's helping me because it gives me perspective. It gives me time to think. The amount of thoughts that I have when I'm walking or doing anything, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is a podcast moment. I got to share this." You know what I'm saying? And then I forget, and then I'd be like, "What did I wanted to talk about?" And something else comes out and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just blessed to have this platform. So thank you so much for tuning in, listening to me. I know the last couple of times it's just been me, myself, and I. And sometimes it's good. It's just I miss talking to people, of course, when I have everybody on and stuff like that, and it's good to talk. But sometimes you just need to hear yourself. Sometimes you need those conversations with yourself. In this case, yeah, I'm here by myself, but I know that once I put this up, then hopefully it helps you if you're listening to me in your car or however you listen to me at work, or please not at work. I don't want you to get fired. Or at your free time at home or whatever the case is. I appreciate it. I hope I'm helping. And to the person that reached out to me, thank you so much. It means the world to me. And I express that to you, and I'll express it here in front of all the people that listen to me on a weekly basis. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am super, super grateful. And I hope you find your way. I hope the storm you're in right now doesn't last forever. Usually storms don't. They pass by, they leave their mark. You learn from them, you prepare for the next one, and you move on. So that's what we're doing here. Hopefully I'm helping you through your storm. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully, like I said, I helped. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.
Talking at Ish and Skeen.
Show you right.